and I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Yes, I'm out and I'm about and I'm live. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I don't very often stream from outside, and I've been indoors for like a week now because it's Sunday morning. Last week, so it's about 6:30 a.m. last Sunday. And now we're in Sunday evening, so I guess that would be a week, wouldn't it? Or almost a week, like it was like 7 days ago or 6 days, the X amount of hours ago. But yes, it was 7 weeks ago, because it was, like I said, in the morning. So it's the evening now on Sunday, and I am so happy to be out. Like, being indoors for that length of time is like being in a cave. It's just horrible for an extrovert like me. Like, I really need to go out, because otherwise I'll start feeling down. And I'm playing pumping dance music. It's like I so want to go dancing again, but every time I go dancing, I get sick. It's so annoying. Because I've got fibromyalgia, which is an autoimmune condition. It just means that I keep going down with being ill. It's just super annoying, you know. And it's like, I really need to go clubbing because it's part of my soul and I really enjoy it so much. And it makes me super happy being out and dancing, and just, it's very good physical exercise as well. But as soon as I go out again, I get sick, so it's super annoying. But I'm just so glad to be out now. I'm just probably going to be out for some time, so that's why I thought I'd stream now, because I just need to be out. I can't be indoors anymore. It's driving me nuts. So yeah, I'm at the cathedral, and there's these interesting dome-shaped things, which I think is for the science fair or something. It's like an outdoor science exhibition. And I'm presuming that inside these, maybe they have projectors and stuff, but I don't know because I haven't been to it. Maybe I should come back another day and actually go around it myself in the daytime. It could be quite interesting. I think it's free to go, but I'm busy like Tuesday afternoon this week because I've got a maintenance guy coming round. And then Wednesday I've got networking with Blue Talks and also coaching for the Oxford talk I'm doing next month, which is why I've got to stay well for then as well, because I need my voice for then. And also Thursday I've got an interview, an asexuality interview, so can't wait for that. But yeah, so these are like really weird shaped domes. It's so nice to be out. Like, my flat's like a sauna. But yeah. So when you're extroverted and you're like indoors all the time, it like drains the energy. Like, I can't describe it, but other than drains your energy. And when I'm around people, it's like I get rebooted up again. I also get rebooted up by having some rest time, letting my brain rest with chilling out with movies, and also dancing, like I said. So these are the things that work really well for me. But going out means I get sick a lot. It's so annoying. So then I have to stay more, and it's just like, what? It's like a circle. It's hard to break. And unfortunately, the good bacteria that I usually take to keep my immune system a lot more stronger, can't get hold of it anymore. So the stuff I've got left, I'm only using a little bit of every now and again, and that's really not suitable for me. I should be having it every single day. So I think that's not helping my immune system, because obviously it's not strong anymore because I'm not having that anymore. I can't get hold of it. Distributors have stopped manufacturing it, so that's really annoying. But yeah, it's good to be out. It's good to be out in the fresh air, because, you know, when you're indoors and you're sweating, there is air coming in through windows, but it's much better to be outdoors and, you know, like, enjoy time. I'm an extrovert that's got introverted tendencies, so I spend a long time on my own, like working on my book and other things for asexuals in my asexual groups, and doing blogs, posts, newsletters, all that type of thing. But I am an extrovert, so like if I'm indoors any longer than 3 days, it does drive me a bit nuts. Like, by the 4th day, I really need to get out. But obviously, when you're an extrovert and you're indoors, you'll have to change your mindset to one where you're happy to be indoors, because if you don't, then it'll just make it worse for you. So I find whatever situation you're in life, it's best to change your mindset. If you can't change the situation, you need to change your mindset about it. So when I was poorly with COVID, I got the all clear this morning, then I had to change my mindset to be happy being indoors and to enjoy movies on Disney Plus, and to, you know, thanks for the thumbs up, lots of love, and to, you know, enjoy being in the moment. Plus I got a lot of work done. I have to say that's a bonus. I got caught up on a lot of work. I've still got some to do, but I did a lot. So every day I was sick, I did something for what I call work. So maybe that's a bit of book work. I've got quite a bit of book work done, or some admin for my accounts, or some group work, something like that, like anything like that. Even to do a few shorts when I was sick was quite good for me. So anything like that. And I did some of that every day. I don't think there was a single day where I didn't do. Oh, maybe the cinema day. I don't think I did anything the cinema day. Yeah. So when I went out all day to the cinema, I don't think I did anything for work that day. But that was before I was sick. Well, I was poorly then, but I didn't actually know it was COVID then. So since I've been indoors, then I've done something every day. So I've still got my talk to prepare for Oxford. I haven't really memorised that yet, only the beginning a little bit. I had to do a slide, like a contact slide, and I had to give a head and shoulders shot and do a short bio and stuff because they're producing flyers. So my talk in Oxford University is going to be how to reinvent yourself to become your future self, which is the title I gave in their chapter. So I've written a chapter in the Blue Talks book. That's 9 steps how to reinvent yourself to become your future self. But I don't know if for the talk I might cut it down to less steps, or I might change some of the way it's done because it's a talk. So I have to structure it a bit differently. But basically I'm talking about my life like as it is now, with being on this channel, having had over like 500,000 views. I'm actually over 600,000 views on this channel, so thanks to you for all your support. Love you lots. And so I talk about like where I'm at now in my life. Thank you for the thumbs up. And then I'm talking about how I got there, you know, like the transformations I made, how I had to change myself. Well, I didn't have to, but I did, because like basically the talk starts off by saying only when the gain is greater than the pain will you make change happen and make it stick. I've got to remember to say it that way around. See, I haven't memorised it properly yet. So in other words, only when life is so painful will you ever make a change. No one makes change until they're so uncomfortable they're physically forced to change, usually, or mentally or emotionally forced to change. So my talk's about like how I've used that to reinvent myself multiple times, and how I went from being a really shy, introverted girl who's really lonely and like a depressed mess, up to my current present time of being on this channel, being able to speak to thousands of people through here and having lots of people listen to me, and being extroverted now and living like a teenager and being so happy. So yeah, I'm talking about the transformations and the steps I actually took to get to that transformation, which was really important because some people do end up changing their life, although it's less frequent. And when they change it, they don't really know and understand how they changed their life. And so in my Oxford talk, I'll be explaining how I did it so that other people can repeat the formula. There is a formula for it, by the way. But like I said in the beginning, which is the main point, only when the gain of being, you know, getting out the pain basically is greater than the pain itself, will people make change happen and make it stick. So it's really important that people know how to do that. So I've done it multiple times. Like I've reinvented myself to become a better version of me. And I guess like at the moment, like with Blue Talks itself and doing the Oxford talk, this is my next step in reinvention, because I do have anxiety still, although social anxiety I've really helped myself on, so I don't have that much. Well, I don't really class myself as having social anxiety anymore. It doesn't mean to say I don't get anxious when I go out to places, because sometimes I do, but I don't really have that anxiety. I think it's just normal anxiety, or maybe just a little bit. So yeah, but in terms of like speaking at Oxford in front of a group I haven't spoken in front of before, that's going to be a bit harder. But I spoke in front of some of them on the Blue Talks networking events and Blue Talks boot camps and stuff like that. So I think that that experience will really help, because I'm kind of used to some of the faces, you know, that I'm likely to see. But it is going to be harder because it's like a 20-minute talk, and it is in front of like an audience I'm not used to, and it's in a room, and I've got to put my hair to one side. I hate putting my hair I've got to put my hair to one side like this. I'm like, I'm not used to putting my hair to one side. Although I do look quite sexy and asexy and hot like that. But I don't like it. I like my hair down by my sides of my face. So yeah, I've got to practice. Apparently I need to practice doing this. It's got to be at one side, people. I got my bag helping me at the moment around my neck. So yeah, actually it does look quite nice. I'm looking at myself now. But yeah, so it's really good to be out, and I think being indoors has its advantages, you know. It helps you be more focused sometimes and productive, but other times it just becomes so unproductive because it's like, if you're an extrovert like me, your energy gets drained. It's like, I need a pump up, you know, and I keep wanting to go out clubbing the whole time, so it's really annoying. But anyway, always remember you can reinvent yourself to become a better version of you and to become your future self. And yeah, I think this video has helped me because I need to practice my talk clearly a lot more. Only when the gain is greater than pain will you make change happen and make it stick. Remember that, people. It's really important. So yeah, I feel everyone's looking at me doing my YouTubing. So yeah, extrovert. What do extroverts need? Extroverts need to be around people. Extroverts get energy from being around people, and extroverts can like feel much better in social situations because we kind of like feel like it's like, I don't know, a sense of belonging in that way, I guess. But I didn't used to be good in groups years ago. I used to be so bad, and that's what I'm talking about at Oxford as well. Oops, sorry. I went from you know, like not being good in groups years ago to now being really good in groups. Some groups, I probably wouldn't say all of them, but some. So yeah. And I've got used to how to behave and act when in groups now, I guess. But I'm still myself. Like, that's what's so funny. Like, people see me in real life and they see me on here and they're like, you're just identical on here, on your channel, to what you are in real life. And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. Like, I'm my true authentic self. Like, why wouldn't I be exactly the same? And then other people say stuff to me that they know about me. And I'm like, how did you know that? And they're like, because you said it on your channel. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like they know me without having actually had a conversation and know me. It's quite funny. Yeah, they probably know a lot more about me than I do about them. But hey, I like being authentic. And being authentic means you don't have to worry about like slipping up. Because if you're not authentic, you can end up contradicting yourself. You can end up lying and all that type of thing, which is not good stuff. So, and not being your true authentic self makes you suppressed and repressed. And it's really bad for the health. It's bad for the emotional health, which then turns out to be bad for the physical health and the mental health. And so it's much more important to be your true authentic self and just like, don't worry about what people think. You know, it's your life. I often say, like, most people won't worry about you when you're dead. So why should you worry and care about other people and what they think when you're alive? There's no point, right? There's no point. If these people don't care about you dead, what's the point in worrying about them? It isn't. Live your life for you. Be your crazy self. I love being my crazy self. And enjoy life, because that's what it's meant to be, enjoyable. And you're meant to live life to the max as you want to live. Like, you know, and don't give a toss what other people think. You know what I mean? It's a much better life. It's much better just to be you. I love being myself. I feel I can be myself a bit more at the moment because I'm outdoors and I'm like, getting some energy, baby. Getting some energy. Yeah, I really need energy right now. It's like, get me out. But you know, like what it's like for a disability. I've got fibromyalgia, and going out, it's like a military operation just to get out the door. Like, two of my friends are like, have you been for your walk yet? In text, and I'm like, no, I'm still, like, one messaged me when I was still eating and I hadn't got out yet, and the other messaged me going, how was your walk? And I'm like, I'm not out the door yet. So yeah, it can be a friggin' nightmare sometimes, because I've got to take like I have to take various things like drinks and water, and like, oh, I've got chilled water at the moment in my fridge. It's still a bit cold. And health bars and crisps and stuff, snacks. I've only had one meal today, so I'm going to get hungry, but I might eat out tonight. So, because I kind of want to be around people without getting sick again. And then I've got other things like tissues and all sorts of stuff. Comb, hand cream. It's like I got a bag that feels like it's a massive like iron block in there or something. It's really funny. So yeah, I should have maybe titled this as an extrovert asexual who's got a disability as well. So having a disability, fibromyalgia, and other health conditions, it can be really hard because like most of this year, it's like I've been out, had my fun, and then I'm sick. And I'm laughing about it because if you don't laugh about these things, you cry, right? But it is really super annoying because it's hard to plan anything. Because I'm going to Disneyland Paris in January for for an early, I should say. I've already booked it, Christmas present / New Year's present to myself. I haven't paid all the money for it yet. I've got to save up a bit more for that first and then save up spending money. And so I'm going there from the 23rd to the 27th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. It's 5 days, but I'm going to be 22nd of January, I'm going to be in London. I've already booked that up. And also 28th of January because I have to take 2 nights in London. And so I've got to plan when to go out where I'm going to be least sick. It's really super annoying. At the moment, I want to go clubbing this week, really, because it's like I've still got a month until Oxford. But if I get a respiratory infection, that usually lasts for 6 weeks. And I got about 5 until Oxford. So it's a bit like, it's the 23rd I'm talking. It's the 10th today. On Tuesday, for example, my favourite club is, it's the 12th. So it's a bit pushing it as to whether I should go out or not, because if I get... My best friend pointed out that I've got antibodies in my body now for COVID, most likely natural antibodies, so I shouldn't get that again. But if I get a respiratory infection, that puts me back for 6 weeks. That's gonna collide with Oxford. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, it'd be the end of the respiratory infection probably still, but it still wouldn't be ideal, you know. But I've kind of got a plan when to go out, so that if I'm sick, I've got time to be indoors, which is super annoying. Planning your life to be indoors some of the time. But I really want to go out clubbing. You know, it makes me feel so good about my body, about myself, about my soul, because it's like it lights me up on fire and all this type of thing. So yeah, I just got a warning from EE that I've used 80% of my data allowance now, so I guess I better stop this live stream. I only have 2 gigabytes for the whole month, so I better keep a bit in case I need it for emergencies. But yeah, always live life to the max. Always be you, be authentic, be real, love you, and carefully plan your life as much as you can to give yourself the best possible chance of being happy. And also, if you got disability or disabilities, I feel for you, I really do. But we must not let our disabilities stop us and live our life to the max in spite of them, and carefully plan our lives to give us the best possible chance of happiness every day of our lives. That's what I would say to you. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Take care. Thank you for all your support here. Thank you for all the get well wishes, by the way. I got a message from one of the people in my groups last night saying it was good to see me back live last night when I did my COVID cleanup live stream. So I'm really pleased with that. It's lovely to be back, and it's always nice to be able to be in your house and be a friendly asexual saying hello, so you know you're not alone. It's really important to know you're never alone, and I'm here. And I wish you all the AC best. Have an ace day. Lots of love. Take care and see you soon. Bye.